it was amazing, wasn't it? Finished 3-3 in the end. What a semi-final first leg. Guys, I loved it. Listen, we're going to dive straight into it and just get into these goals because we've got 6 to show you and a goal that was disallowed by a toenail, basically. Let's start with the first one 30 seconds in. This was such a great start for Inter.
Yeah, perfect start. Long ball, little flick from Martinez into Thuram. Barella gets it out wide. Koundé makes a bit of a mess of it there. They keep it alive. But Inter, we knew they can attack, and they attack in number. And this is just a brilliant finish from Thuram. Honestly, he was amazing against Bayern in the game before. But look at that for a finish. Yeah. Martinez slips in it, and it's a great flick.
Mac, it was almost like Barcelona kind of got a little bit caught short there, or got caught with the high line. And then 20 minutes later, Dumfries doubles the league for them. Yeah,
and this wasn't a surprise. They were dominant at set pieces for the majority of the game. This was a header back into from Acerbi. Dumfries in the right place, acrobatically smashing one past Rafinha. 2-0 up, and you thought, what are Barcelona going to do? Because they were fairly quiet until this happened, really. And this really jumped them into action.
It's the first time he got somebody 1v1, didn't he? Leaves Mkhitaryan for dead. I mean, that is just... He makes that look so easy.
It's very cool, isn't it?
It's just so cool. He's so calm. Knows exactly... Doesn't even look up. Knows where the keeper is. Knows where the goal is.
Owen, you were saying the way that he reads the game is almost a little bit like on a different level, as if he sees it in a slower pace to everybody else.
I think he does, yeah. I think he sees it a fraction quicker. His awareness is just absolutely... Laura, he's 17. It's not...
It's wild, isn't it?
It's not normal, is it?
It's not normal.
We haven't seen it before.
This one Ali described as textbook.
Ball from Pedri's brilliant, Mac.
Yeah, ball, and that lovely header from Rafinha takes the defender out of the game. He gambles slightly at Acerbi, of course, and Ferran Torres is certainly not missing from there. That you just thought they would go on and win the game then. That was the only thing. So Barcelona will be probably really upset because from that moment on, they dominated, but then half-time really saved Inter Milan a bit.
They came out in the second half and Denzel Dumfries, he got his second of the match. What did you pick up from this goal, Macca?
Well, Barcelona were scared of Inter Milan. We knew that. And Dani Olmo, he has to mark Denzel Dumfries. They're very aggressive here. But you see Dani Olmo's got him dragging his shirt. There's a bit of 6-1 really, but the referee then pulls the pair of them away, tells them to behave themselves, and that gives Denzel Dumfries then the opportunity to get away from Dani Olmo. Acerbi's in the way as well with Ferran Torres, but he allows Denzel Dumfries to have a run on Dani Olmo, and Dani Olmo's not the biggest, and he's not a defensive midfielder in itself. Powers over him, just pushes him away around Acerbi, and look. And that's the Achilles heel. There's many Achilles heels for Barcelona, but that is certainly one of them.
The size of the Inter players is quite remarkable. Bisek, Bastoni, Thuram, they're all, really tall players. That's how they're going to play long balls, direct,
they'll play
set
like
pieces.
That next week, won't they, in San Siro? They will play like that, aggressive and just direct and just try and hit them and bully Barcelona.
Barcelona weren't done, though, were they? So they had a chance to get back into this again, levelled it up, and you can take this one if you want, Owen.
Yeah, I mean, I love this. Set piece is such a big part of the game. You see it first, you think, oh, what a great goal from Rafinha at the edge of the box. But guess who's involved again? the little genius himself just says to Rafinha, I'm going to dummy this. And look at Barella. Barella thinks, oh, I'm going to go win the ball. Yamal's going to take a touch. Ooh, little dummy there. Great strike from Rafinha. And Sommer is so unlucky. Comes off him and goes in. It's given us an own goal, but it's a fabulous goal.
Goalie gets a touch on it. Goalie gets a touch on it onto the bar, but then comes out and hits him, and it was just very unfortunate. But they deserved it. It made the game more of a game again, didn't it? Livened it up straight away.
Macca, we were talking about at half-time whether or not Mkhitaryan was going to get dragged off because he wasn't looking quite up to scratch, and then he almost got himself a goal that was disallowed by the smallest of margins, as it always is.
Yeah, and the man of the match, Denzel Dumfries, again with an incredible ball in, finished off by Mkhitaryan. Questions over the goalkeeper. But when you look at that, the naked eye, you think he's onside, don't you? But of course, little do we know that the kneecap there and the left foot of Mkhitaryan's playing him offside. The semi-automated offside comes into effect again.
Yeah, well, that's what it's there for, I
suppose.
It is. Offside is an offside.
But you know what, Laura? They're committed to the offside trap. They play it more than anybody in all of Europe. Look at that, the fractions. They did it. I don't know how many times they caught him offside today. It must have been, 6, 7, 8. It's remarkable how consistent they are with it. It's risky, but it works.
Yeah. All right, let's hear from Henrikh Mkhitaryan and see exactly what he thought of that moment and also the rest of the game, or what was just an incredible match, I imagine, to be involved with. He's speaking now with Reshman Chowdhury.
Henrikh, tell me about this game. It was incredible for the fans to watch. What was it like to play in?
Well, it was a crazy game, first of all. Of course, it was a great game to watch, but not to play because it was very hard. But we've done our best. I think we could have done even better, but it's football, everything can happen. We're like leading for 20 minutes to 0, but it's not that we're thinking that we won the game already. It's just that Barca put lots of pressure on us. They were very good with the ball. We've done our best. Unfortunately, we couldn't keep the 3-2, the score, but this is football, so we have to think about the second leg.
I've got to ask you before, I mean, I'll go backwards in a second, but I've got to ask you about the goal that was disallowed by a minuscule something. We don't know what it was. What did it feel like for you?
Yeah, I feel very good. Unfortunately, maybe it was 2-3 centimeters, but this is football. You cannot do anything. I think my will was too much that I wanted to score this goal, and maybe I rushed to go into offside. But this is football. I hope to score in the second leg. Let's see.
Well, this is it. So you get 2 goals, very quick succession. Then suddenly there is an onslaught from Barcelona, one after the other, and then they suddenly equalise. And then you go into half-time. What did the manager say to you at half-time?
Well, we're confident that we can do better, and it's not easy to play against Barcelona because they are a very good team, young team, talented. They have a very good possession of the ball. They know how to play football, and we've done our best. I think we could have done a bit better, but of course it wasn't easy. So the only thing he said is keep your head up and keep doing what you're doing because you're doing great. So it's what he said.
It's finally poised for next week, but of course you take it home next week, and that is where you can make the difference.
Well, we hope, and we're going to do our best. Obviously, it's not going to be easy because we lost our captain, our leader, Lautaro Martinez. But we have to try to do our best, even to replace him and to play without him.
Thank you very much for talking to us. Thank you.
Mkhitaryan there with Reshman Chowdhury. Listen, they're going to be delighted with that, managing to go to Barcelona, getting the game at 3-3 and then taking it back to theirs next week. But I wanted to show you something that Rio Ferdinand put out because obviously they're playing against a team with this young man in it. Rio put this out during the game as a pure football talent. I'm going as far as to say I think Lamine Yamal is on another level to any player playing the game in the top 5 leagues in world football. 17 years old, truly unbelievable. I'm not sure many people will argue with that. Why don't we go and check in with Rio and Ali?
He's been busy, hasn't he, Rio?
Very, very busy. Guys, just what an insane match to be involved with, to be able to watch there and commentate on, and another stand-up performance from Lamine Yamal, Rio.
Yeah, that was multitasking at its best there, guys. But yeah, it was. No, you know what? We were just talking, me and the guys here, and just saying we were in the first half. We were probably one of the best seats in the house. We were sitting just behind where Lamine Yamal was doing his damage and just mesmerising this whole stadium. And just to see a young 17-year-old, I was talking about the amount of times he had the ball, the amount of times he impacted a sequence of play, but every part of his foot he was using today, the different detail, the different way he was moving his body to receive the ball, just every facet of his game today was on show, and it was just truly, I thought, quite beautiful to be here and to be a part of.
I thought it was amazing. As good as 45 minutes for an individual I've seen maybe in a long, or certainly in a long time. And I think Rio makes a great point, guys, Laura. To watch him close hand, he was literally looked about 30-40 yards just in front of us. We had a brilliant view of him. There was balls with the outside of his left foot, inside of his... That goal, for example, is just majestic. DeMarco ended up way off the pitch. He actually felt for him. That turned out to be a great save. That would have been ridiculous. It really would have. There was just so many aspects to his game today was absolutely first class. And to think a 17-year-old boy, I know he plays with freedom, but to express himself, it's as if he's been playing for 15, 20 years. His game knowledge is absolutely incredible for a 17-year-old. I mean, did he mean that? I'm not sure if he meant that. He probably did.
It's this decision-making as well. I think, obviously, he's 100 appearances. He's 17 years old, 100 appearances. And like the way he's just taking over games for moments. And it's just great to see that. And I think when I talk about the best pure talent, he has the ability to play different ways in a football match. He can affect the game through just passing and being a creator, like a playmaker. He can also affect the game by running past people and eliminating players and then finishing. And to do that, I think, makes him a very unique proposition.
One thing I was also going to say, obviously, Ali, we're talking a lot about that performance from Lamine Yamal, and we totally should, but we can't forget as well, Inter Milan managing to go there and actually get a result out of this game too, a draw, to then take it back home. That was an incredible performance from them as well.
Laura, if somebody had offered, said to them, they'll come to this place in Barcelona, score 3 goals and get a draw, they'd have bitten your hand off. They'd have been absolutely delighted. But we know what football's like, guys. They'll be a little bit tinged with sadness at the offside goal and the fact that they were up in the game 2-0 and 3-2. But again, hindsight's the greatest thing in the world. If somebody had said to the manager before the game, you're going to go away from here with a draw, go back to the San Siro, level pegging, you'd have been absolutely thrilled. They've come here, they've attacked against a team who, if you can time your runs from the middle of the park, I heard the boys talking about it, they play with as high a line as a top team as I've seen in a long, long time. They've got that much faith in their own ability going forward, but it doesn't come without its perils, and they will give up chances because they play with that high line. And if you can get lads who can time the runs from the middle of the park, then you'll get chances.
What I would say is, I don't think we were surprised today by the way that Inter Milan played and made it difficult at times for this Barcelona team, because I mean, when the knockout stages came out and we saw the fixtures, I actually picked Inter Milan to get to the final, just because I think their formation and the way how they're so well drilled gives them an edge in games where they might not have the personnel in terms of like the Lamine Yamals and the Pedris of this world in them special players, but as a team, as a group, and as a well-oiled machine who play very efficiently, I think they're one of the top teams around in that sense.
Do you know the one thing, Rio, as well, though, and I don't know if the boys will agree, they'll miss their captain. We heard Mkhitaryan talking about it there. He is a key player for him. Martinez, you know, he's involved. He's very clever, obviously a very good football player. But you can see the value and the importance he is to their side. And it looks as though it's a muscle injury, and you'd be very, very doubtful for the second game. I would have thought.
Totally agree.
Right, you two, thank you so much. Go and enjoy your night in Barcelona. Rio and Ali let loose in Barcelona. Oh, my goodness. Right, guys, next up, we're going to look ahead to the second legs, because Arsenal not necessarily have it all to do, but they are 1-0 down.
Denzel, talk me through what was quite a crazy game.
Yeah, crazy game in the end. I think both teams who fought for the win, and in the end, I think 3-3 is a deserved result. And now we're looking forward to the next matches.
Yeah, history made by Thuram, 30 seconds, scoring that first goal, the fastest goal ever scored in a semi-final in a Champions League. And then you go and score this audacious goal as well. Talk me through that one, because that was brilliant to watch.
Yeah, I think a great corner from Di Marco. We won the duel, and I was in the right place, so it was very good. I think the first goal, amazing quality of Marcus, the touch, amazing player, and I'm very happy that we scored that fast. And now we have to look forward to the next match against Verona, and after we see Barca again.
Player of the match today, and deservedly so. And of course, you were the first Dutch player to score an assist in the Champions League semi-final since Wesley Sneijder, who also did it for Inter. Could that be a good omen for you?
Oh, that's a nice static.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know. No. Before I didn't know that I would score and assist. So, no, of course, I'm very proud of the performance today, and we have to continue and work hard, and we are looking forward to the next matches.
How hard is it to play against this Barca side? And you're a team that are defensively so strong, and actually it's a clash of two very different styles.
Yeah, two different teams. I think until now we conceded 1 goal, I think, in the Champions League, and they scored 3. So that is also, no, we didn't concede 1, more. I think, 2. Yeah, I'm sorry. But you know what I mean? We are very good defensively. We concede.
It's very unlike you in this game.
Yeah, so yeah, this shows how good they are, and yeah, very good team, but we have also a lot of quality.
Looking forward to next week. Are you excited?
Yes, very much, yes.
Good luck. Thank you very much.
So are we, Denzel? So are we. Can't wait for that. Right, OK, let's turn our attention now to the other semi-final second leg that we can look forward to.
Frankie, it's such an incredible game to watch, but it is only half-time, of course. What was it like to play in? How much are you looking forward to the second leg?
It's a nice game to play. You know, Champions League is always nice to play. Semi-final, maybe even more, because both teams really want to go to the final. I think you could see that today. Both teams played their heart out, and what you say, it's half time. It's still a draw, so let's see next week.
It was such a tough start. Was there ever a point where you thought, oh, this is very difficult, or did you always know that you could just come back with the firepower that you have?
No, we knew it was going to be hard and difficult, because Inter is a very good team. But it was a bad start from us, that's true. No, but of course we know it's going to be difficult, and 2-0 down even more, but we have a lot of confidence in our abilities, and we knew that we could make the comeback.
In 13 Champions League games, you guys have scored 40 goals and conceded 20. We're looking at a side that play with such high risk and high reward. What's that like?
It's nice, because we like to play attacking football, to dominate the game, to score goals. Of course, we take some risk, but I think we also get a lot of reward from it. So I think we will keep playing like this, and hopefully it will get us to the final.
And with so many forward-thinking players and star players that you have, Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, who are doing excellently this season, your job is so important. And I think statistically, this was one of your best games. Did you feel like that when you were in the moment?
I feel good at the moment. I don't think it was one of my best games. I think I have a lot more to offer, but so statistics don't always tell you always the story. It was not a bad game, of course, but I think I've played better games. But I feel good at the moment. I'm fit. I'm in good shape. So looking forward to the games coming.
Yeah, exactly. You've got some brilliant games to come. You're in this beautiful moment. You've won the Copa del Rey, doing so well in the league as well. Do you feel like there's something special brewing in this side at the moment? Because from the outside, with the players that you have, the way that you're playing under Hansi, it feels like that.
Yeah, the atmosphere in the team is very good. There's a lot of energy. We're playing good games, and if you win, it always helps. The atmosphere is always better when you win. So, no, we feel that we have the team that can do something special, and hopefully we can prove that the coming weeks.
To win it?
We will go for it.
Thank you very much, Frankie. Lovely to talk to you. Take care. See you later.
Okay, so we're going to have enough of that, and now we're going to focus on